All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in Week 4. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First and 10. Love. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Are you ready? 80 weapon. 80 weapon. Check 52. Wahoo.
On first down. Love. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Looking to throw. Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Now Trubisky on first down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
18.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Lock in.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
64 weak. They still playing soft. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Ready, go.
Off play action. Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
Throwing again. Love. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. On 3rd down, here's an option play left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Get ready.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they? Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it's going to be second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Lock in.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
18. Go.
On second down now. It's Cohen, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Back to throw. Love. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
45, Mike, 45. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 45's the Mike, 45's the Mike.
Throwing on first down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 58 now. 58 to Mike. Quarterback. Scene 6.
Looking to throw. Love is going to fire one deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
3-pound, 132 fighter. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, Delta. Mike 51, Mike 51. Move, move, move. Kill.
Now Trubisky to throw. Dancing to his left. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Love. And he's got him in, Calvin Ridley. And he coughed it up, and this is picked up by the Bears.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
X3, 218, chop.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Alert. 80 weapons. Bud.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. First reception for him, and remember, he leads the NFL in that category here in this first month. Also has a 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 3rd down, Trubisky going for the deep ball. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to throw. Love. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. DJ Moore, 92 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike,
To throw again. Love. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Delta. 58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch his head. Go.
From the gun, Love. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And spins away. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Stay with your man. Go. And 58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. I'm coming up to you.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll make it 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Come to ball, work. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Love. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
And the Bears 1st down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Rush in. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard.
We got this.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 27, Trubisky. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, Orvis.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway. But when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Down. 70 inches. You can't block me. You can't block me. Ready, go.
Off the play fake. Love. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Alpha. Set. Motion, motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
2nd and 5. Ebron's got it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Wow. 24 is the mic. What we got? What we got? What we got? 24 is the mic. Too little, cut. Let him.
From the gun on third down. Love looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Let's go. 58's the mic. I'm scared. 58, boy. 58. 58's Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 58.
On 4th down, Love. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
90.
Brought down back at the 36-yard line.
Exit. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
To throw on second down. Love. He'll let it go deep. This is caught inside the 15. 36 yards on the play.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Taylor. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's see what you got. Shift! Watch the shift!
And the blitz does come. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Trubisky will throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And take it right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. DJ Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left. That's caught inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They start the drive with Cook. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Love. This one caught by Ridley. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Play action. Now Trubisky.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky caught by Nelson. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's been a long day for you. 45, 45, Mike, 45. Check. Echo. Check.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Love. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton.
Let's go.
A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. Now Trubisky to throw. Being chased out left. Rolling it in, Nelson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Vikings, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.